Well, every year I get an opportunity to stand up here, and I always go with one message, and I want it to be seen and heard because I think sometimes I was thinking Bojangles, and I think Sunny D, Blue Bell, Showmarch, all the food helping out because we scholarship some of these kids in. We do a good job of masking what's really going on, who's out there, who's paid and who hasn't. And I don't know if you know, but a lot of those kids, they may not say thank you, and that's not our place. But some of those kids, the meal they just got, that may be the best meal they're gonna get for the day, and you don't know who it is. And so I just want to tell you, for me, because I was kind of one of those kids, thank you, because that goes a long way, and you don't know it. And so something that for us is simple, it's very confusing and frustrated for them. And so I just wanted to tell you thank you because it means a lot. So you put me on the spot. So this is what happened yesterday, okay? This is what happened. I'm gonna hold you up here. You stand next to me because we've been on the field. We've been on the field of battle. I coach in Charlotte, my son's flag football team, because I don't believe there's any coach that can coach my son better than me. So I coach at the local YMCA down the street from my house, and I've been coaching there 3-4 years. And so we're playing, and I know it's a shocker, but I'm pretty intense on the football field as a coach. I hug on them a lot, but also when they mess up, I kind of give them the death stare. And so my man they kind of told us of his situation. And the great part is, it was a few years ago, so everybody was, how kids are, they all look the same. They all run goofy, they all don't know which way is their right hand from their left. And so they told us, and we got they got close to the end zone. And so I talked to my kids, and I said, hey, listen, we got a kid that deserves to score. So he's going to score. But it's his stage. So he scored. And that was his only touchdown of the year. It was probably about 15 or 20 yard touchdown, huh? He spent it and everything, and did that on the way to the If he did, it would have been Kurt. So, all right. So this is what happened. So I'm one flight away from being a U.S. Air Gold member. And so I've been going back and forth to Baltimore. I leave every Sunday night, and I come back every Wednesday or Thursday. And so I had a 7 o'clock flight, and it was raining here and storming, and they already canceled all the flights, U.S. Air, to go to Raleigh. And so at 5:15, some told me to get to the airport early. So I got to the airport early, and I'm sitting there, and they're just canceling flight, delay. They finally, plane comes in at 10-something, 10:45. They're like, hey, get on the flight. I'm like, great. So I'm on the flight. I go to sleep. Wake up, it's about 11:45, almost 12 o'clock. I get on the little long term, go get in my car. And I don't know if you've been to the airport. They're killing at the airport. I think they're building a nuclear plant or something because it is construction everywhere. So I'm driving, Porsche Cayenne hybrid, trying to keep the safe environment. And all I hear is boom. And I said, man. That's what I said too. And I see a little indicator. It goes to 0 and hits -20, -27, -35, -48, -55. That means there is no pressure. And then the head says tire pressure. And I hear, I said, man. And so I rolled down my window to kind of hear. As I rolled down my window, I'm like, I smell rubber. So I pull over and look. I said, all right, I put on my hazards. I'm going to roll it till I can't roll it no more. So I'm on 485, which I learned through my roadside assistance that it is not 485. It is James G. Martin, Governor James G. Martin Highway, because it wasn't 45 on her Google Maps. So I'm right there before South Tryon exit 1. And so they come and they say, hey, Roadside will come and fix your flat. Because I'm a city boy and I have a nice vehicle. I'm not changing my tire. So they come, he's looking through the thing, he says, this is a guy, he had a great personality. He was like, look, I'm gonna help you out, but it don't look too pretty right now. So we open up the trunk during the storage where my hybrid, the battery, it's there, and they decided to, in instruction it says it should be right there, the tire, the spare. But no, the tire isn't there because I have a battery. So it's no tire. So now I have to call the same people to get a tow truck now. So he leaves, great personality, he was awesome. Leaves, gets the tower. The tower said, they tell me, I said, well, we could tow you to a dealership. Which dealership do you want to go to? I said, dealership? I'm trying to go home. They said, if we tow you home, it's out of the agreement, so you have to pay. But if you tow you to the dealership, it's free because you've paid for it in the price. I said, well, can he take me home on the way to the dealership? She says, no. I said, but you have to pass my house to go to the dealership. She says, well, if you want to go home, you have to pay for it. I need a credit card. Okay, so I pay for it. So I get there, and I'm looking at the tire, and after doing everything, I'm like, man, and I see how difficult it is to tow a car. I'm like, man, you just go to the dealership, but you got to pass my house. So I said, hey, what's it going to cost to drop my car for the dealership, but drop me off first at the house? He said, well, you got to call them. I said, no. How much is it going to cost? He said, $60. I said, 100, and we done had this conversation. He dropped me off. I gave him 100. He dropped me off. I think my car is at the dealership. That's why I drove my other car. I think my car is at the dealership. And I went to sleep at 4. I got home. I pulled in at 4 o'clock. And set my alarm, got up, and I was here. So technically, that wasn't my fault. So that's what happened. But, all right, so here's the deal. Had to do a long version. So, here's the decision. I love Carolina. I live in Carolina, but I'm no longer a Carolina Panther. It's not my fault. It's not anything, depends on who you ask. It's not anything I did that I know about. So, we have two choices. You can get Steve Smith, Carolina Panther, or, and it's not to distinguish between which Steve Smith or Baltimore. I'm having my third son, which will be named Junior. I'm pretty proud about. So I went with Senior. So I'm actually legally changed my name to Steve Smith Senior. Or you can have the Baltimore Raven, Steve Smith Senior. So it's your choice. All right.
I don't want the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. So we're on the Baltimore Raven one, huh? Yes, current events. That's how they do you. Awesome. So what we could do is so we keep the Baltimore Raven. I'll sign this one for you, and then like everything else, hold this. We'll get the Carolina Panther. We'll put that on discount and sell it in Walmart. All right. Yeah. How about this? We give you the new and improved one. That black is mean. Look at that purple. It brings out my eyes. And then we'll give your brother the Walmart jersey. All right? Here, we give you this one. Here you go. Sorry, it's not as cool, but. see that? Look at that. You see how it's all square? Look how those are aerodynamic. All right, here you go, buddy. No problem. All right, I've never done like a little Q&A. Y'all got any questions for me?